You know what? I kind of want to get in. I know we weren't supposed to get into this early, but I kind of want to a little bit.
What's up?
You said something in the gym. I forgot the question, to be honest. But it was like, how, in terms of like putting yourself out there.
In terms of putting yourself out there,
Yeah.
how have you handled it so far?
I think that was the question.
Yeah. How have you handled? Because essentially, from the beginning of this year, we've of course been posting a lot more.
Yeah.
And because of that, we get certain feedback that you wouldn't. Not to mention, like, people can actually see our faces. Before it was just our voices. Now they actually seeing who Tyler is, who Trey is.
Yeah.
So it's like, how have you handled like putting yourself out there? We're not the type of people to do that in the first place.
Very new and just very different. I don't think in a bad way, but kind of like you were saying, we ain't really. I've never posted like this consistently.
We're not social media people.
Ever in my life. Beside the push-ups, which I don't even really count because it's like.
You're also there for the team.
Yeah, like I do that more for discipline aspects. You don't really like see my face. I ain't really talking. Frankly, it's typically
just push-ups,
music, and I'm just doing push-ups. So like, I don't really.
And it's just 20 of them, so it's like
it's quick, bro.
Not even that
Talk
long.
about 20-second push, 20-second video type shit.
Yeah.
It's very different. I definitely do see not what people think of us, but it's kind of interesting to see like what comments say.
Yeah,
facts. Like what people have to say
for real,
like their thoughts and shit like.
Not to mention from the things that you end up saying, like your opinions and such.
Yeah, people really don't fuck with. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I'll say when you say certain things or put your opinions out there, I feel like a lot of people kind of take those opinions to heart like they're facts.
Yeah, they take it onto themselves like you're talking to them.
Like it's personal.
Like, bro, if it don't
personal
align with what you're doing, then why are you even? And a lot also people, something I also notice, you'll make a point, and then they'll make a point that has nothing to do with the point that you made. I'm like, bro, I'm talking about A, and you're bringing up B and C. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
It literally reminds me of yesterday. I forgot what video was posted. I forgot what, but one of us said something.
It was about, I think it was a video where I was saying, like, trying to encourage men out there or young guys to essentially find masculine role models.
And Shorty said something that had, like,
nothing to do with
the video at all, bro. And what made it so much funnier, someone, like, replied to hers. Replied to her reply. They're like, yo, the fuck is this?
It just has nothing to do with what they said, though. Yeah.
But it is interesting. I was reading it, and I'm like confused. I'm like, wait, what? Did we even? I forgot I played back the video again. I'm like, yo, did he say something? I'm like, nah. I'm like, oh, okay. But it is definitely interesting, and it's something I'm still getting used to in terms of like putting my face out there. Because sometimes even posting now, I still get a little like nervous and shit.
Of course.
I
feel like that's just a natural reaction we all get.
Yeah.
Because that's putting yourself out there in the first place.
True.
And putting yourself out there, you never know what kind of reactions you'll get. People will like it. People dislike it. You have no idea what the outcome of what you've said will be.
Oh, for real.
So with that unknownness, it's just like a natural, I don't know what's going to happen. So you're just a little bit nervous, but it's just kind of like pushing through that nerves, which a lot of people don't do, which is why a lot of people don't end up posting in the first place.
Yeah, because you kind of have to get over it.
Yeah.
Because you also got to understand too, like, and I'm realizing this more and more. Just people just aren't really gonna fuck with what you say. Let me rephrase that. Not everybody.
Not everyone. Yeah.
Not everybody.
And that's just not possible because we all have different opinions.
Exactly. We all have different views on the world. We all have different views on specific topics as well. So you kind of get over that, and I actually think over time the nervousness is just gonna go away.
Yeah, because it's like repetition.
Exactly. But because I have never been like this, and what we're like
22 days in.
22 days in. So it's still relatively
new.
It's still relatively new.
It's not even a month.
Yeah, bro, for real. It's not even a fucking month, which is crazy. But it is something I'm slowly getting more and more used to. I think over time, eventually, I'm just going to be like, it is what it is. But I'm curious, how's your experience of it and how you feel about it? Because you the same like me. You really don't
I'm not a huge fan of social media and putting myself out there in the first place. I had experiences with it in the past, though, of putting myself out there. And I had like more of a negative reaction to it, to where I kind of closed myself off. Like, I don't want to.
Oh, so you did it at one point, and then you were like, yo, fuck this.
Yeah. That's kind of like when I grew the Instagram to like 1,000 followers at one point, and like was really putting myself out there in that sense.
Yeah.
And then like when I finally got what I wanted, I wasn't happy. So I was like, I don't even want to bother this.
So did you think that? All right, so because this was in high school, correct?
Yeah. So back on 2014.
So did you think that growing yourself to a specific place would have brought you happiness? Or once you got to that point, you would have been like,
Yeah, I thought so. And then God gave that to me, and I was like, this is not what I thought it was. This is not what I thought it would be. You know.
Frankly, did you feel worse than how you felt originally, or did you feel the same?
In what sense? What do you mean? Like,
Okay.
do I feel worse now? Or?
No. But like, okay, so let's say you said you grew your shit to 1,000, right? And let's say you started at 200. I don't know where you started, but let's just say 200. But eventually you had that.
Yeah.
So when you were at 200 and you grew to 1,000, did you feel the same how you felt at 200, or did you feel worse than how you felt at 200?
I felt the same. I thought I would feel more elated, you know, because at the time I was more focused on like how many people were liking your shit, you know. That's when Instagram used to actually show the amount of numbers, the number of people that actually
they still show it now.
Do they really?
Yeah, but you could, and I noticed a lot of people do this. You can actually like turn it off.
Is that so?
So like our shit, you can see how many people like ours. Like if you go on our page, you can see that. But like if we didn't want to show nobody,
you can turn it off.
We could turn that off.
Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea. I thought they got rid of that completely.
Nah, bro. They just give you the option now.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, back then there was no option.
Oh yeah, there was no option. Yeah. It was just one way.
And I don't believe I'm the only kid that did this. A lot of us in high school, we're just focused on the likes and the followers and all that shit, you know?
Of course.
But I began to realize all that shit was superficial. Like,
true.
Having 1,700 followers, half of those people weren't even my friends. Maybe about 10 of those people actually knew who I was.
Actually,
you know?
That you actually talked to on a continuum.
Exactly.
That you would actually like text outside of school.
Exactly. And like going from, okay, posting the picture, only 10 people liking it, to posting the picture and 300 people liking it, I thought that would bring me happiness. It didn't. So when I realized that, I was like, yo, why am I doing
this?
This isn't it. So I kind of like took myself away. And I believe the reason I don't feel that way now is because I'm doing it for a different purpose. I'm not doing it for the likes. I'm not doing it for followers.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because, one, I want to make memories with one of my best friends in the world.
Thanks.
And two, like, I believe people would enjoy what we do. Not to mention, people ask for it. Like,
people have asked for it.
They keep asking, when's the next episode coming out? Frankly, when we took that little hiatus, there were multiple people. Yo, why y'all not posting? Like, I need my episode. So because of that, I'm beginning to see it's a little bit bigger than just me in that sense. And it brings me a little bit of a sense of pride. I just enjoy it as a hobby. So like because of that, it just elevates further.
It's like some positives to do with your time in a way.
Exactly. Like I could be doing much worse. Damn. You know, like there are a lot of kids out there our age that are doing much worse.
That is true.
At least we're trying to spread some kind of positivity. Now I know not everyone's going to agree with that positivity. It was crazy.
We've learned that firsthand.
One time you said there was nothing negative in what you said. You're like actually trying to encourage people to like do some like good things, and then someone just had to talk shit, and I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
It's like, what's the point of this?
Yeah,
what's the purpose?
But it really does come to show that no matter whether or not you're posting good things, bad things, you just gonna you're gonna get mixed responses, bro. It's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen.
You just gotta live with it.
Essentially. So I just take it day by day once again. I don't really focus on, oh, we got new followers this day or so and so liked that photo. I'm like, all right, it's cool, but like I'm still talking to my boy at the end of the day. Like I still gotta do other things at the end of the day, you know?
Facts.
That's kind of how I take it.
That makes sense. Frankly, I look at it very much the same as you do.